This is Michael Winiger, CEO of Essante Organics. And you know what? Tonight we got a fun-filled house, and we're going to talk a little bit about training and why people are here. And I just went to introduce, so I'm going to reintroduce somebody who's got a ton of experience in this space. Good friend of ours. Oh my gosh, it was 10 years, 10 years. It's like yesterday when we saw her at our event. And and I said, okay, Cynthia, let's just tonight's a free for all. So I'm going to introduce Cynthia first and talk a little bit. Tell us about the industry and your experience and your life and your boys and everything like that. Cynthia Gleick, it's your floor.
Okay. All right, everyone. Hello. Coming from the Midwest here. So, yes, I've been in the industry. It's not new to me. I've been in it since my 27-year-old was approximately 2 years old. So, 25 years. I've had great success in this industry, and I will tell everyone that this industry is the best industry to be in and build a great team. And you can help people succeed in so many ways. I met Michael, like he said, many years ago. And I was with Asante at that time. And for reasons of life, I had gone on to other things. And what happened is life brought me back. I'm somebody who is very much into health and wellness and nutrition, and I teach people about it all the time. I am into fitness. I have been my degrees in kinesiology. I've been into fitness forever, and I always have people coming up to me and asking me for advice on food, on supplements, on all kinds of things. And here I am just going along in life, and it just kind of hit me, not too long ago. Then I was like, why, shouldn't I align myself with a company that aligns with me? So basically, and it was like divine intervention, if you want to say. Asante came across my computer. I don't even remember how, in a feed or whatever it was. And I was like, wait a minute. Asante, I know Asante. I know Michael Vinegar. I know these products align with me and with my inner being and with what my beliefs are in that toxic free. I'm a label reader. I will take so much time in the store flipping things over and reading labels and have friends ask me again, back to friends asking me everything, about the food labels, about what can help what not. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to spend all that time reading the labels of the Asante brand because Asante, I know every single product, like I have here my sanitizer, um, is safe to the point of the sanitizer I can spray in my eyes, which I recently have been. Um, Everything is safe for myself, for my family, and my little baby nephew, nieces, whatever. I don't have to worry about that. It's something that aligns with me wholeheartedly. It's something that is the company I will be with for life. I will not be switching a company. And for those of you that may have people interested in this company, one thing that I find very, very important and very, I don't know, a shining star in this company is that we don't have to try to convince, we don't have to try to recruit or say all these scripted stories about the product line or that it does XYZ. And, in other companies that do that, fine, that's their way. But we have a product line. This company, Asante, the product line speaks for itself. I share it via saying, y'all, this is the best time. The movement of making America healthy again. So many people are looking for our type of products and making that switch, ditching the toxic products. And I tell my friends, my family, people I associate with that I have a store that I shop at that you can get 30% off on all your organic products. You just buy the membership, just like when you go to Costco. But guess what? Costco charges you the yearly membership. This is a one-time fee for your life, and you get to go shop sitting in your jammies, sitting on your butt behind your computer, whatever you may be doing, cooking dinner, who knows what, and you get to stock up on your organic products at a discount. Why pay wholesale when you can get retail, right? So that is my biggest selling point to this product line is, you can get, I mean, why pay retail when you can get wholesale? You can get wholesale by just paying that upfront price of $29.95. Then, when I tell them about these products being used in the protocol at CMN, Advanced Cancer Treatment Center, I was just, and that was something I learned new, that this product line is being used in that protocol. What other company can you research and try to find that has a line of the products, which I think it's the 911, what is it called? The Urgent Cell Health Pack that the CMN is using at their Advanced Cancer Research Center or Advanced Cancer Treatment Center, and it's Essante products. So that's huge. It's enormous. I love that fact. That's just something I can add on to my little bundle of information. But another thing, like Michael said about building teams, the way I built teams so fast was getting out to people. Yes, I go on the computer and everything, but and I think people are really needing this because we still are coming, in my opinion, coming out of that COVID craziness where we didn't have much interaction. We were starving of that, face-to-face interaction. And I truly feel if you get out, you go do events, you go do pop-ups at businesses, you go talk to make a booklet and go talk to chiropractors, go talk to wellness centers, go talk to other people in the wellness industry that are talking to people, talking to big groups of people, or they have patients, they have clients that can use our product line and it will benefit them. I have a chiropractor who I will be talking to when I see him next about these products. I mean, just think we know these products can benefit everybody, but think of how you can then incorporate it into these different medical facilities, wellness centers, independent gyms, not these big conglomerates because they got to go through corporate. So forget that. The smaller independent gyms, they're open to hearing things, and that brings in more income for them as well. So just things like that. I mean, that's pretty much it. But I know me personally, like I had a conversation with Michael that I finally found, I took a break from this industry again, just for a personal reason. I took a break from this industry. But like I said in the beginning of this call, this industry is one that I think is the best for so many reasons. It gives so much back to us and our families. And I wanted to find a way to get back into it. And like I said, it was like serendipity that Asante crossed my path. And to find a company like Asante that just aligns with my inner being, my beliefs,
Yes, Linda.
and I can run with it. And it's being authentic. It's not being fake because it's authentic me. If you were to go and this is funny too, when I started back up with the Sunday, I'm looking at my Facebook page and I'm like, how much is you just have to look at my Facebook page and you can see how much this aligns with me and everything I'm about. I'm always posting about health and wellness and helping people, attain the best versions of themselves. So with that, I mean that's it. That's my story. That's what I am about with Asante, and I'm happy to be here and just try to help and educate as many people as possible. And I truly feel that's what Asante is about as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Sure.
Um, yeah, and a surprise to me, guys, as much as it surprised Cynthia, is I just found out recently it was like somebody was about a few weeks back was asking me all these different questions. but they were trying to create, let's, how legit, trying to create, um, trying to, dupe me in a sense, and I kept talking about this center because I was there, right? And I was there for 2 weeks. And I was talking about how they're using all these products. And I says, I got interviews. I went down there, I got interviews, I got pictures, I got everything. And she goes, what's the name of the center? And I said it. And she went to this page and called me back in 10 minutes and said, holy cow. I'll say it like that. She said, I cannot believe it. She goes, the protocol's right there. And I didn't know it. And I tell people, use that to your advantage, for goodness sakes. Where do you have a company that you can build your business? And you know what? There's a place outside of North America that they're not into marketing, they're into saving lives. And when you go there, it becomes your protocol. That's what you have to do. You know what else? I forgot to tell everybody that that was amazing when I was there. They use essential oils every night on this floor where these people are trying to heal. And then, boom, you smell it. And guess what? They're using Breathe Easy, the Essante Organics, USDA certified organic essential oils that they're using to make these people just feel so good. How that's a story. Instead of going around and making up things about this or that and all these, you want positive affirmations, you can't get more positive than that, than to show somebody that at a place where people go to get back into alignment, full permanent recovery. Oh my gosh. I mean, I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's it's one of the most honorable things that a person can feel, to know that you've been a part of somebody who got their life back. Who can say that in the home-based business space? I can tell you who. Essanté Organics can say that. Well, who else can say that? Nobody. Nobody since the inception of this industry. There was a person who's an advocate for home-based businesses and the networking industry that did a story on this last week. And I said to him, you know every company just like I do for 165 years. What company has ever done that? One. Name one. You can't, because there isn't any. Now there is. You guys are a part of this. That's probably one of the biggest tools you got in your tool belt to build a business with. Because it's not like they've used it. They still are using it. They use it every month on people. Anybody that goes there, that's their protocol. I'm going to ask Dominic to speak because he was at our offices. So why not? Why not ask Dom to come on and talk about his experience with this company and his life? And then we'll have Dr. JJ come up next. So Dominic.
Michael, do you like the background that I put up today?
Oh, that's not right. That's not right. I got, my princess,
You got the puffy curtains and I got all the awards. So guys, I'm having a fantastic time out here in Arizona this week. Just meeting the faces behind the company and getting to know them on a personal level. And had spent some time with JJ today and recorded a few smaller, shorter videos just on our kind of our core products, as well as the comp plan, a simpler explanation of the comp plan, shorter version. Oh, and hi, Cynthia, my friend. Love you so much. I've known Cynthia since, I don't even know, 08, 09, sometime around then. We were involved in another health and wellness company. We talked so much about health and wellness and the importance of it. So it just seems right that she's back with us, and hasn't really taken her foot off the gas since she's come back. And absolutely love her. She is a beacon of health and wellness and tries to promote true health and wellness to everybody she talks to. So, touch base with her, lock arms with her. If you guys aren't friends with her, I strongly suggest you reach out. She's excellent as well. Um, but yeah, as far as building, she said it, Michael said it, I've said it a million times, guys. It's all about education and awareness. That's the biggest thing that I can, just consistently say. And really that word consistency is the biggest thing. You can't do it one day. You have to do it every day. You have to constantly be talking to people. Anybody, doesn't matter who it is. If you get a message from somebody, or if you message to somebody, hey, how have you been? Just reach out to people, talk to people. Always, I came prepared. I could go get them off the counter. I came prepared. I have my sachets of reds and greens with me. I have the drops. I have the entire supplement line with me, guys. I'm a true product of the products. If anybody asks me, hey, what do you do? Why do you not look 47? Why do you look so young? How do you take care of yourself? Well, one, I eat healthy. I eat pretty darn healthy most of the time. I drink a ton of water. I don't drink sodas. I don't eat candy. I don't, if I want candy, I do what Jane did. If you guys haven't seen Jane's video the other day, she just takes a scoop of Reds and boom, right in the mouth, just no problem at all. And it really does taste like candy. So no, JJ did it today on the video. He took a scoop right in the mouth, took a little handful in the mouth. And that's just the way that to promote is tell people what the products have done for you. When they ask you, why this or why that, or why do you use these, you have to give them your personal testimony. So the biggest thing is make sure you have products. Make sure you have products on hand, not only for yourself, but to share. If somebody asks you and all you have is a tub of greens at the house, well, it looks like you're going to have a house guest tonight, so you can mix them up a glass of greens, right? Or mix them up a glass of reds, or let them try the salts. Or Michael Woo's on this call every day, guys. If you're not connected to Michael Woo, connect with him. Every single day he's posting. He's mailing out enzymes. He's going to shows, he's passing out flyers, he's doing the absolute most out there in California to get this green movement out there. California is an electric state. They're all about the battery cars. They're all about going green. He's in the perfect opportunity to share this with everyone that's within 3 feet of him. So, and that's really what he's been doing. He's a true proponent for the company and true champion for what he does. And, on a daily basis, that's what I do. I'm out here. I've already been talking. I came out here to see the facility, hang out with the fellas, get to know them a little bit better, kind of how we all tick, how we can all help this company grow, and then anybody that I've talked to since I've been out here, I've already gotten messages that I could pull up my message feed right now and show you. So do you have anything for this? Do you have anything for that? Do you have anything for this? And as soon as they ask me, if I don't have the answer, the first thing I do is copy the message and send it to Michael. Hey, I had a friend inquiring about this. What can we offer them that's going to help them with this? So you have to, one of the biggest things in managing a business. So when we talk about managing a business, we talk about managing at certain levels. Well, there's a talk model of management. And, the biggest letter of talk, TALK, is the L. And the L stands for leveraging your resources. You have to leverage people that can help you build. If you can't do it alone, and nobody here can, we're all one team, right? What does team stand for? Everybody knows that. Together, everyone accomplishes more. So together we can build this organization one by one, but you have to leverage your resources, guys. You have to leverage your resources. You have to align your team. That's the A, align your team, right? So anybody that you've enrolled, reach out to them. Just because you enrolled them, that doesn't mean that's the last time you talked to them. When was the last time you reached out to everyone in your downline just to say, hey, how are you doing? How are the products working for you? When I go in the genealogy, sometimes I see a lot of inactivity and I'm like, man, these folks get in, they buy a pack, they use the products, and then they stop. Has anybody reached out to them is the big key. And if nobody's reached out to them and nobody's reached out, if you haven't reached out to your teammates and the people that you've enrolled, reach out to them. See how they're doing. See if there's something that you can help them with. If they're not ordering, look in your back office. If they're not ordering, reach out and ask them why. Because if they're not ordering this, then they've gone back to using the junk, guys. That's the reality of this. And I tell people, you start with your closest people. You start with your family. You start with your friends. You start with your loved ones, because you may not talk to a stranger right away, because some people are just shy and anxious like that. You may not talk to a stranger right away, but if you're allowing the people that you love, that you claim to care about the most, that you claim to love the most, if you're allowing them to go to the store and buy junk, it's kind of like, I almost want to say shame on you, because I don't allow that. My immediate family, every person in my immediate family is on Essante Organics products, minimum 100 points a month, minimum 100 points a month. They're all using the gut protocol. They're all using the household goods. They're all using the personal care products, right? And then we extend outward from there. We go from immediate family to cousins, to uncles, to aunts, to loved ones, to friends, to coworkers. And you just talk to everybody. Everybody here, if you work a job, when you were at your job today, did you have some reds with you? Did you have some greens with you? Did you say, hey, I see you're drinking a Red Bull. I have something better than that. Would you be willing to give it a try? It's 100% USDA certified organic. It's much better for your body, and it'll give you the same benefits that you claim to be getting from Red Bull, that energy kick, but it's a healthy energy kick. It's not a harmful energy kick. That stuff is destroying you. And you don't have to get into too much detail, but buy the packs, buy the sample packs, keep a couple on hand of each one with you, and literally just hand them one. Just hand them one and say, try it. All I'm asking you to do is try it. What's the worst they could say? No, this isn't for me. I'd rather have the junk. That's their choice. But you have to be that beacon of light for them and at least offer it to them. Because by offering it to them, it shows that you care. And when people know that you care, then they care about you, right? So it's a reciprocated relationship. Is when people know that you actually care about helping them get healthier, care about them on a personal level versus just a work relationship or just a surface relationship. When you truly care about people, that's when they want to join and lock arms with you and say, well, what is it that you're doing? You know, how are you doing this? Who do you talk to? How do you talk to? I'm walking around Old Town with Michael the other day. We get in a random conversation with the young lady. He tells her his life story in about 30 minutes. And next thing you know, they're exchanging phone numbers. And he's like, we're getting her in too. It's that easy, because the one thing he did that most people don't do on a daily basis is open their mouth. It's almost like you're afraid of the word no. You're afraid of, I don't want to talk to you about that. You're afraid. What are you afraid of, right? How many people on here are comfortable in their life? Everybody would raise their hand if the cameras were on, right? Well, in life, in business building, you have 3 zones. The internal zone, the small circle, is your comfort zone. Outside of your comfort circle, draw another circle. That's your fear zone. And outside of your fear zone is the biggest circle, and that's your growth zone. And how it breaks down is right now you're comfortable. Well, everything in your life that you have, that's from being inside of your comfort zone. And in order to get into the growth zone, you're going to have to get over the fear zone. So you're going to have to get out there and talk to people, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, and come from a place of heart, come from a place of love. When I message people, I wouldn't be your friend if I didn't offer this to you, because I see what you're going through. Let me help you. Oh, you're just trying to make money off me. Sometimes I get that. And I say, I promise you, if you bought 100 points of products and tried to turn your life around for the healthier, I will not get my $1 million commission check tomorrow. So it's not about making $1 million overnight, but it is about helping 1 million people. And the only way you can help 1 million people, guys, is one at a time. Because when you help one, they'll help one. And when they help one, they'll help one. And when they help one, they'll help one. And by the end of it, you never know. Your line looks like you've helped hundreds and thousands of people, and it all started with one. So that's why I say, talk to someone. Make it your goal right now. About 2 months ago, we had Todd Falcone on the call. Good buddy of mine, been in the networking industry forever. And one of the things he brought up in that call, and it's something that I've lived by since I've known him, and I've known him probably 15 years as well. One thing he said was, you have to set yourself a goal, and the goal has to be this: I cannot go to sleep until I've done X. And if it is talk to one person, then until you talk to one person about this opportunity, you can't go to sleep tonight. How many of you like going to bed at night with a restful head, with a restful soul, with love on your heart, knowing that you potentially changed somebody's life today? Everybody, right? Well, get out there and do exactly that. Talk to one person a day. Make that your goal to start. And when one person becomes easy, make it 2. And when 2 becomes easy, make it 3. When 3 becomes easy, make it 5. And I'll put that back to when I started in home renovation as a sales rep. My goal was to say, if I could help one person this week, then I'm doing well. Until my second day on the job, when I helped 3 people. And then I said, well, 1 is not even a realistic goal. So then my new goal was 3 until the end of my first week when I had already helped 8 people. And I said, well, 8, geez, I probably can't do that every week, but I can do 5. So then 5 became my goal. And my minimum was 5. I had to help 5 people a week. Otherwise, I didn't consider myself successful, because my goal in life is to help people. No matter what I do, my goal is to help people. Well, the ultimate way you can help somebody in today's age, in 2025, with, like JJ mentioned, with all of the oxidative stressors that are out there in the environment, personal stressors, emotional stressors, physical stressors, the one thing you can offer somebody that nobody else can offer them is health and wellness. And you have the key to health and wellness right here in front of you. So do everything that you can to bring that up to people on a daily basis. Why wouldn't you? If you're not doing that, it goes back to one of my favorite sayings, wasted talent. Because every one of you has a unique talent, unique gifts that you bring to this world, right? Share them. Share your unique talents. Share your unique gifts. Share yourself from the heart with other people, and watch how your business booms. All from just sharing and caring, right? The Care Bears back in the day, the little bears with the little designs on their stomach, they used to go like this and boom, the love would come out, right? Be a Care Bear. Show people that you actually care about them. Show them that you want them to be where you are, that you want them to feel their best every day, because your best daily is all you can provide to people. And when they get their best daily, they're going to want to start talking. And that's when you jump in as the resource to help them help their people and help their friends and help their family. And then it spreads to the next people's family and friends, and then the next people's family and friends. And next thing you know, you're like, wow, what did I do? What did I do? And the only thing you did was share. The only thing you did was share, and the only thing you did was care. And that's what grows this business, guys. Think about this: 1% daily. From today, after this call, 1% daily. If you increase your life by 1% daily by just talking to one person, you talk to one person for an entire year, you will have increased by 365 people. Imagine everybody on this call. What could 365 people do to your organization right now? And all it does is comes one a day, one at a time, right? So teach one, they learn, they teach one, because education, when they're educated, then if you know better, then you do better. And when you're educated, then you become aware of what else is out there and what you don't want to be doing to your body and putting on your body, right? And when the awareness kicks in, the education first, then the awareness kicks in, then the sharing comes in. I have to tell everybody about this. I don't care if they tell me no. If they tell me no, I'll tell them take a step to the right or take a step to the left, because there's somebody right behind you looking for exactly what I have in my hand. I offered it to you first because I'm a friend, and that's what friends do, is we truly care about each other, right? So that's how you build this business, is one person at a time, guys. And again, I'm blessed to be out here this week. If you have a chance, get out here to Arizona, meet these folks, guys. I'm telling you, it will truly change your life. It'll truly change the way you think about this business, to see how these guys operate. I always joke and say Michael doesn't stop, but when you see him in action, he truly does not stop. He is like the Energizer Bunny with extra batteries. It is insane. 65 years old. The guy walks around like he's 25. He's bebopping around town. He's got his, just because this isn't the only time he wears these shirts, guys. This is all day, every day. Like, he's walking around downtown looking like the fanciest guy in the disco club, but that's just how he is. He's eccentric to the max. And I love him for it, because he's the reason that people say, you got to stay away from that crazy guy. Yeah, he might be crazy. But is he really crazy for telling the truth? That's how you have to look at this. Does telling the truth make him crazy, or does it make him right? Does telling the truth make him crazy, or does it make him educated? Because education is awareness. And there's nothing this guy can say to me that I wouldn't listen to and that I wouldn't buy into, because he cares about everyone on this call and about everyone in this company. And that's why I'm here. That's why I stay. That's why I won't go anywhere else. Again, I show him messages of people trying to recruit me to other companies, and we sit back and laugh about it. Because when we look at the ingredients, it's like, who would join this? And there's a million people that do. And why? Because they're not educated. They don't know the truth. They don't know what they're doing to themselves until they have someone like you tell them and point them in the direction of the truth and what's right and what's toxic and what's wrong. And then when they see it, that's why they contact him and say, I need your help. I've been doing it wrong. And what does he do? He doesn't say, well, too bad you were in that other company. He helps them. He helps them. He welcomes them with open arms and says, please come, I'll help you. And when I'm done helping you, I'm going to help somebody else. And when I'm done helping somebody else, I'm going to help somebody else. You bring them all to me. Bring them to me in the masses. Why? Because I'm here to help everyone. Doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter what company you are with, doesn't matter what company you are with. If you're willing to listen to the truth and hear him out, he'll change your life. He will truly change your life, guys. And that is how you build this business. And when you're willing to put forth that effort with consistency, you'll win. And trust me when I tell you, you will win. And when you win here, you win big. So that's all I got to say tonight. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow at the office. If not tomorrow, we're definitely hanging out Friday for the frenzy call, and looking forward to it, guys. Thanks again for having me out this week.
Well, thank you very much, Dominic, for those kind words. And, you know, what can I say? I was in a band and I was very colorful. So you can take the guys out of rock and roll, but you can't take the, and that's my jam, right? But, all I do is study. And I got to tell you guys something. I'm up till midnight. JJ can tell you this. He knows, right? My brother knows. And I just research and do everything I possibly can and hang out with the leading immunoenzymologists in the world, with the number one trauma. I mean, if you saw the group we hang around, my brother and I and JJ, yeah, we're here for one thing, to help somebody, because everybody does need a little bit of help, or they need to fine tune things so they don't get in a position where they do need some help. And that's really, really extremely important. And you can't do that unless you're using organic plants and everything plants. And, Dominic's right. And you know what? And I told Dominic, I said, hey, you're out here this week. So let's go hang. Let's just go hang out. And he hasn't been to Arizona. So I told him, let's go down to Old Town. What are we going to do? Just walk around. That's what we're going to do, because that's what Old Town's for. That's for all the tourists, right? And on one side of the street, you're just in everything. And on the other side of the street, all the way down, blocks and blocks, every time there's a new street, it's just fine art galleries. I'm talking like the finest, right? So we were on the one side, and I wanted him to meet a friend that we made from just walking around down there, where we bought a lot of the things that are decorative in our office. And we introduced them, and then, right away, Dominic's got to jump on, something that we like. And, and that's good. And then we were walking, and he says, look at this, like 2 places down. I've never been in a place in my life, but we walked in because he liked what he saw. And right away, hello, how you doing? That's what they do down there. And I asked the lady if I could get something in a certain style. And she goes, that's what we have. And I don't know how it happened, but we started talking. And I tell everybody, if you're with me, get ready. Because, if somebody's in my way, they're going to hear about what we do. And I said, I know, and this is only me talking. I know I'm good enough that when I talk to anybody, they'll all come in. Okay? Because I'm a chameleon, and that's what you have to be. If somebody's quiet, you got to be quiet. If somebody's, rah, rah, I'll be rah, rah. So I started talking to this lady, not knowing she's a influencer. Oh my goodness, what? And then finally I had to go, Dom, get back in here. And I called him back in, because that's when I needed to move aside, and we'll see what happens, right? And that's what we do. And we're here to help you. And we're here to educate the world, help the world, and teach them to do the right things inside themselves and on the outside of themselves, so they keep themselves, like Dominic says. So you're a 65-year-old guy running around, or a gal running around like you're 20, and feeling that way too. That's very important. You're not on medications. It's just a beautiful life. Tell you a little bit more about our company and what the business is all about. I would like to introduce our president, who's also been extremely successful, not only in his own business. He had $1 million wellness practice when I first met him, but didn't know he was also in this space. Very successful. I didn't know that part. And now he's the president of Essante Organics. So Dr. JJ.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Wow, what a great training we've had so far from Michael and Dominic. And Dominic was great hanging with you today, getting to know you more. And just like Dominic said, if you haven't been out to our office yet, come on out, visit with us so we can get to know you better. You can get to know us better. And boy, I'm jealous. I never thought about taking a picture like Dominic did today of our awards and using that as a background. That looked amazing. It looks like you're right there, unless Michael gave you the key and you are there still right now. So that's excellent. I want to continue on just a little bit with what Dominic said and Michael has been saying about speaking. And, you know, maybe you're a shy person, maybe you're a great speaker, but here's something you might want to look at. I am going to challenge you to look at all of our products, and you can do this for practice, but you're going to be amazed with your results. I think we live in an ADHD society. I think shorter is better, succinct is better. Dominic had me do some videos today, real short and sweet, and I get that. Take each one of our products. Take each one of our products. And oh, by the way, Cynthia too, amazing training today. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Take each one of our products and do a 1, 2, 3, tops 4 or 5 minute video on each of them. And then go ahead and post it on YouTube. If you don't have a YouTube channel, go ahead and start one. It's free. You just need a Gmail account. Put that video from YouTube, take that link, put it on Facebook. Take that link and put it on LinkedIn. Take that link and put it on X. Put it everywhere. And what you're going to do now is you've created a video for a product on education, and it's there working for you technically for the rest of your life. It's out there. And you never know how far reaching what you think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. You can make a video tonight or tomorrow, and you might enroll somebody a year or 2 or 3 from now that might get inspired from your words. And if you don't know what to say, well, first become a product of the product, you know, like Dom said. Try the product, fall in love with the product, have your own story, but then you can go into the product page on our website, which we've called the deep dive section. You go into the cart, look at the product picture, click on it, and then you're going to have all the information on that, the ingredients, the science, the testimonials, and so on and so forth. And you can literally read some of that information, but make it your own. Now, we're here to talk about business today. We've got some great training from Dom, Cynthia, and Michael today. And we do want you to step up. Everybody who's listening to this, whether you're listening to it on a recording or listening to it live, we want you to present too and share and train as you get success in the business as well. But we're here to help people in many different ways, but the 2 main ways is helping them get healthy and or getting wealthy. And if you want either or both of those, we're here to help you. And it's all about education. It's about sharing. It's about listening and opening your mouth and offering it to people. And when Dom and I were talking today, he's not attached to the result, but he is attached to delivering the goods. He's going to deliver the message. Now, once he's delivered the message in a great way, it's their decision if they want it or not. And I really love what he said today, and he said it in the office as well, to look in your back office. And if you've got people that are in your organization that have bought products before and all of a sudden they've stopped, that can only mean one thing. They're using the junk again. What happened? Did they not get educated enough, inspired enough? Give them a call and find out. So as you educate people and as you build a team, we want to pay you for your efforts. And we've got 6 different ways to pay you. And we're going to talk about 2 tonight. In fact, I talked about all 6 with Dom today. He wanted a short video. And Dom can correct me. I think we banged this out in 15 minutes or less. It's not hard to do. You know, you practice it a few times. But the 2 that I want to talk about are the endless team bonus and the 100% check match. And the endless team bonus, it works this way. You're going to get paid for building 2 teams, a left team and a right team. And you're going to enroll some people who enroll some people who enroll some people. Some of those people are going to be customers, whether they're wholesale or retail. Some of them are going to be distributors. And this organization will continue to grow. It'll go around the world, like you see Lee from Australia. I mean, you're going to see people from all over the world. And what's great about our products is people are going to fall in love with it. They're going to feel comfortable that they're using toxic-free products. They're giving their family the best of the best products. And as these products start to run low, they're going to instinctively, organically buy more. And every time they order and reorder, you can get 10% from all of their reorders. So you've done the work one time, you've educated somebody one time, and then you can get paid every time they reorder and reorder, and their people and their people. And if you really want to amplify your results, do what Dominic says. Get in your back office and keep in contact with your people. Call these people. Let them know you care. Listen to them. What's not perfect in their life yet. Help them reach their goals. And that's called the endless team bonus, where you're building a left team and a right team, and you're going to get 10% of all those sales to infinite levels of depth. And we want to incentivize you for helping people reach their financial goals. So as you enroll people, they're going to start getting an endless team bonus check. And you want that endless team bonus to be as high as possible because you're the one who enrolled them. You're their enroller. You can match their endless team bonus check 100%. And it's as simple as that. I don't need to make it any more complicated. That there's no small print. And you can achieve that 100% check match by enrolling as little as 4 people. If you enroll just 2 people in this company, you'll become a silver in our company and get a 25% check match. You enroll 4 people, you can become a gold or a platinum, and there you're going to get a 50 or 100% check match. It's going to take some special people, but if you put the time in, if you help people reach their goals, you can achieve that. And with that 100% check match, I want you to realize we're not taking anything away from them. They're still getting their full check, but we're going to help you match that check. It's really awesome. Nobody else in the industry does that. Now, one other little tidbit I want to share with you is the information you used today to dial into this call. We're going to be using that same information, same time this Thursday, 2 days from now. And I'm going to do one of my 15-minute presentations. It's going to be on one product. That's what we've been doing each week. This week is going to be on our certified organic peppermint oil. You might say to yourself, what's the big deal about that? Organic peppermint oil is a big deal. In fact, we use it in multiple products that we have here at Essante. But I'm going to deliver the science and make a very compelling argument of why you want to have this in your medicine cabinet. I don't like to use the word medicine cabinet. You want to have this in your health cabinet instead of drugs and pills and potions and lotions. You want to build your essential oil armamentarium. And we have that. If you ever come to my house, you'll see a whole drawer that we've got these things. So join us this Thursday, 15 minutes. Invite friends, guests, family members. I guarantee you at the end of that 15 minutes, they're going to want to find out more and either become a customer or distributor with that. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to our CEO and founder, Michael Weniger. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Let's talk about timing because, guys, you have such a good situation here because it's only about one thing if you're going to make money in this space, and that is getting into a small database. And when that thing goes into a 20, 30, 50 million, 100 million, 500 million, billion-dollar company, you're at the top of that database. Now, we might be 21 years old 3 days ago, but I'll tell you what, we've got a very small database, very small, and we're a global company. So half of that's over on the other side of the world. And when you can get in, being in the first 1,000 people actually working the business, not just talking about it once a month, I'm talking about working this as a business. And this thing hits and it goes absolutely insane. That's what happens to your finances. It's unbelievable. And I would challenge everybody to really take this seriously and look at what you have, because someday you'll still be using the products, no doubt. But I don't want anybody to look back and go, wow, how'd that happen? Man, I should have really, if I would have, I should have, I could have. Don't be that guy. Okay. And with that, talk a little bit more about timing, positioning. What do you have here? Really, what do you have? Let's listen to Daniel Weniger.
Thank you very much. So I've been training and working with people and their business with Essante Organics for well over 15 years. And we all know what we have here, but knowing something isn't going to make you wealthy. Doing something is. And we truly offer a very rare opportunity where you have, like Michael said, a company that's been around for a long time, a stable company that's in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. Because the world is going green with or without you. So basically, you have two choices, and you can sit back and watch it go green, or you can truly make a lot of green, meaning money, from the world going green. So, timing and positioning are crucial when creating massive wealth. An example I always like to use is paradigm shifts because they're very, very rare. Most human beings will experience 1 to 2 in a lifetime. That's how rare they are. And the last one any of us could have gotten involved with was back in the early 80s, 1982. Mr. Jobs creates a computer. Mr. Gates creates software, and the internet's born. Now, if you were first in the 80s selling anything online on the internet, from toothpicks to baseball caps to wristwatches, anything, you are a multimillionaire today. I tell people go online, open up your website selling whatever you like, and see if you become a multimillionaire. And I would say your chances are slim to none because there's already hundreds or thousands of websites globally selling what you're trying to sell, unless you're an inventor and you created a product that doesn't exist. Now, let's talk about the power of a paradigm shift. A $400 investment back in 1982 in Microsoft stock would yield you approximately $37 to $40 million today. Let me tell you, I was 18 years old in 1982. I could have scratched up $400 if I would have known this right here, this laptop, was going to be a way of life. And it is. I don't know one company in the world using typewriters anymore. The computer is a way of life. Well, shucks, we missed out on that one. But guess what? You are sitting in the next one. Not myself, not Michael or Dr. JJ, but Forbes magazine, business journals around the world are calling the next paradigm shift the green movement. And they project the green movement to create more millionaires than the internet did. And the internet created more millionaires than any other product category niche in history. So what an incredible opportunity you have here with your business, because it's your business, not my business. Essante Organics makes the products for your business. It ships for your business. It pays for your business. But it's your business, and your success is 100% up to you. Okay? So people complicate the business. You can train yourself broke. You can buy your self-help books broke. But at the end of the day, this business is very simple. It is simply a numbers game. And what I mean by that is, well, Daniel, who makes the most money at Essante Organics? I go, that's real simple. The person who shares Essante Organics with the most people every single day at the end of the month has the most customers and users, the most distributors doing the business, therefore has the most volume and makes the biggest check. So it's all about sharing not only your products. Some people, aren't looking for a business opportunity, right? They're wealthy, but they certainly want to use products that are toxic free and organic and not loaded full of chemicals linked to everything under the sun. But a lot of people are also looking for a side hustle. We're living in some tough times. And here you have an opportunity where you don't have to punch a clock, work from home, make your own hours, and you can truly work part-time and make a full-time income. So if I was to say anything as far as training goes, you have to have a plan. And that goes for any business. You have to plan your work and work your plan. Okay. Now, all of us have different lifestyles. Some people work full-time. Some people may work part-time. Some people may not work at all. But you have to make a plan and dedicate X amount of hours to your business every single day. Now, for some people, that may only be an hour or two because they work full-time. For others, it may be 3 or 4. For maybe some people that don't work, 6, 7, or 8. But at the end of the day, you need to plan your work and work your plan. If you say you're going to work 2 hours a day, don't cheat yourself if you know you can and only work an hour, or say you're going to work 4 and only work 2, because you're only hurting yourself and you're not going to reach your goals. So, you know, I like the 80-10-10 rule, meaning 80% of your time, whatever you devote to your business every day, should be spent prospecting and recruiting. 10% training and 10% follow-up. Okay. That ratio there has worked very well for me and many, many others for decades and decades in this industry. So I could speak all night. I could go on for an hour, hour and a half, but at the end of the day, timing and positioning are crucial when creating wealth. And timing, I mean, everyone that's here involved in Essante Organics early in the beginning, because the masses fall underneath you in our industry, whether you like it or not. All the people I know making 6 figures a month in our industry, and I know a lot of them because I've been in this industry 42 years, got involved with their companies early and in the beginning, not when they had 100,000 or 500,000 or 1 million distributors. No. If anyone says, hey, come join me over here at Amway, or for the ladies, maybe Mary Kay Avon, look at all these people making 6 figures a month. You can be one of them. I would say they're lying to you. Are there people making 6 figures a month? Thousands. And all those companies all over the world. But they got in early and in the beginning. Now they have millions of distributors globally. Timing is crucial. And you guys are here at the right time, early in the beginning with a small database, like Michael said. And then positioning. We're positioned in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. The world's going green. We can't stop it. People are getting educated. At the end of the day, the business is as simple as A and B. A are all the products currently in your home, in your shower, on your countertops, with hundreds of chemicals, not 10, 20, 30, hundreds of chemicals, not linked to skin or eye irritation, but linked to serious disease and illness like liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, reproductive problems in females, cancer. I can go on and on. Now here's B. Those same products, all 100% chemical-free, toxic-free, and certified organic, made with ingredients that are proven to nourish and heal the body. What do you want to use on you and your family? I never had one person say, oh, Daniel, A, the ones with all the chemicals linked to, serious disease and illness. No. So it's just about educating. And the best part of the business in my eyes is there's no selling here. There's a lot of shiny pennies out there. And what I mean by that is magic lotions, potions, pills, powders, patches, right? First of all, you have to be a pretty good salesperson to get me to try your magic lotion, potion, or patch. And now if you want true residual income like my friends have received for the last 35 to 40 years, I'd have to stay on your patch for life or your magic lotion or potion for life. And what are the chances of that? Very slim. But what are the chances of people taking a shower every day? It doesn't matter where you live in the world. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, or in between, whether you make $10,000 a year, 10 million a year. 9 out of 10 people wake up every morning, they stretch on, they get in the shower, they flip it on, and they do their thing. Ancillary products. A fancy word for saying products people use every single day without thinking about it. Shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, toothpaste, deodorant, moisturizers, cleansers, right? One big difference. All 100% chemical-free, toxic-free, and certified organic. So you couldn't be at a better place at a better time, but it does take work. And I don't mean grabbing a shovel and digging ditches type of work. Simply sharing with people. There's a reason for decades and decades our industry has been called network marketing, because it's about networking. Okay? We all only have so much warm market, friends, family, neighbors, people we know from church. Now you got social media. Back when I got involved in this industry, 1982, there was no cell phones. There was no internet. Now you got Facebook, you have Instagram, you have TikTok, all different ways. Facebook, for example, you should be making a post every day, one post, One day an educational post, the next day a product post, the next day a business opportunity post, and keep just rotating them. Okay. Making reels, doing TikToks. Oh, I'm not that kind of person, Daniel. I'm not a techie guy. Well, guess what? I'm not. I'm old school. But I'll tell you something old school that works extremely well in today's world, and that's network marketing events. I can go online and put network marketing events, Phoenix, Arizona, and I can pull up events. And I swear to God, you can go to one every single day. There's some in the morning, some in the afternoon, like lunchtime, a lot of them in the evening, like between 5 and 7. Now, here's why I like them so much. When you go into a network marketing event, it's usually held at a nice restaurant, nice, like a Benny down by me has one every week, an Italian restaurant. When you go there, sometimes there's 50 people, sometimes there's 150 people. But here's the cool thing. They're all there for the same reason, to network. But you're not going to have any competition. There's probably a lot of realtors in there, contractors, maybe some accountants, different business owners, but you're going to be the only one in there. And guess what? Every single person in there takes a shower, brushes their teeth, uses personal care products. So they got their cards, in their hand. They're walking around. You wear a little name tag. Sometimes you wear a name tag. They come up and, oh, hi, Daniel. I'm Susie. Here's my card. I'm with Remax Realty. Oh, wonderful, Susie. Next time I'm looking to buy a house, sell a house, I'll give you a holler. Now, what do you do, Daniel? Oh my gosh, it doesn't get any easier. Here's my card, Susie. I'm with the first company in the world makes everything you and your loved ones use every single day, 100% chemical free and certified organic, like shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, toothpaste. I was shocked when I learned that the average person, just by taking a shower, puts over 150 chemicals into their body before they even leave the house. Not linked to skin or eye irritation, but serious disease and illness. And on to the next. And I can leave that networking event. I spend 2 hours there, 45 minutes, an hour, and have 10, 15 cards. Now I can follow up. So there's no wrong or right way to do your business, is where I'm going with that. Okay. There's old school, there's new school. I say mix it up and do a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, it's strictly a numbers game. And I will end with this. It's the Bill Britt story. And I love this story because nothing has changed from 60 years ago. And Bill Britt was just an average Joe who got into Amway early in the beginning, like you are here. And he was on 60 Minutes. And the interviewer said, Mr. Britt, he's passed away now, but he's worth like over 60 million when he died. But the interviewer says, Mr. Britt, what's your magic? What's the secret? Thousands of people joined Amway and didn't make a penny, and you're a multimillionaire from Amway. And he chuckled a little bit. He's like, huh. He goes, there's no magic. There's no secret. If you want to call it something, call it a work ethic. He goes, I shared Amway with 1,200 people. And out of those 1,200, only 300 joined. And out of the 300 that joined, only 85 did anything. And out of the 85 that did anything, only 35 took it seriously. And out of 35 that took it seriously, 11 made me a multimillionaire. That is how our industry works. Still holds true to today. It is simple, simple numbers game. So you just got to go out there and do the numbers. Make a goal for yourself. Like Dominic said earlier, I believe, I'm going to talk to 2 people a day about my business. Or I'm going to talk to 4 people a day. It's up to you to make your own goals. But stick to those goals. And if you do that, a lot of people don't understand that you keep putting one foot in front of each other, maybe you're making slow progress, but yet you're making progress. One day you're going to look back to a nice big check. So it's just going out there and doing the numbers and sharing what you have. An incredible product line along with an incredible business opportunity. With that being said, I could speak all night on this. I'll throw it back to Michael.
Thank you very much. You know what? I'm going to add one more thing. Look, there was a guy, 65 years old, and Colonel Harlan Sanders. Let's talk about that guy, right? He's living in a modest, rundown house. He's making $99 a month from Social Security back then. And he faced all these challenges that could have made him just give up because he was making chicken at home, right? But he was determined and he wanted to see if he could sell his recipe. And listen to what Dan was saying. This guy he went to 1,000 restaurants that said nothing, no way. On his one 1009th attempt, a restaurant finally said yes. And then that birthed Kentucky Fried Chicken. We all know what happened there, right? And it's not just a story of about KFC, it's a lasting symbol of persistence and courage and the idea that it's never too late to chase your dreams. Never. This guy was 65, right? But you know, his journey reminds us of, like, you know, that even when success, or even, you know, it reminds us that even when success seems impossible, those who refuse to actually give up can transform countless setbacks into an extraordinary and inspiring legacy. And here, you think about it, you're getting you're getting paid to shop and earn cash back on all your purchases that you're already making, but you're getting them online and all your online purchases. And then you're converting what you already spend and buy into earnings with, even if we take the business away from this company, the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world, not backed by research centers outside of the North America that use the entire product line in their healing protocols and then post protocols, not backed by them, but used by them. What more of a story do you want? I'll leave you with this, because this is something everybody should think about. You should tell it, and this is a message that should be shouted at the top of every rooftop or mountain, whatever the case. That, look, one thing I did learn when I was down there was, at the end of the day, you need to think about this, because as much as we talk about the green movement, you can look over there. Oh, look at that. He's got solar on his roof. Oh, he just pulled in with his electric car. Looks like he's got some green sustainable housing. I don't live in here. Live in here. What you put in here, this is where you live. And on top of here, that's where you live. So at the end of the day, before you're on your knees wearing out the carpet or laying on the bed or sitting there, and you're thanking the good Lord that you got another day with your family, and for, you know, his breath in your lungs, or your heartbeat, and, you know, just everything that you can be thankful for. Before you even do that, you got to think about every day, every night, what did I put in here? What did I put on top of here? Because at the end of the day, no matter how big or how small you've done anything, you've only done one of two things. And that's, one, you participated in your life, or two, you participated in your death. It's just that simple, and you get to choose. Taking care of your health is your responsibility. And now you have a place, like Danny says, where you have everything. You come in and look at those shelves. Look at that store in the back, like Dominic did. We didn't miss anything. And we don't make stuff that just sits there. It's everything that nourishes and heals the body with 100% chemical-free, 100% toxic-free, and certified organic plants. Only plants. Go look at the post I made before this. Go look at that post and read who called our company. But that's not like new news to us. If you came in and you saw all the pictures of the celebrities and the sports figures that purchase the products from us, they're living this way too. And soon the world's going to live this way. You want a piece of that, like Danny says, front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life? I know I do. So, a few things to think about, but especially what I said about what did we put inside and on top of ourselves. So, with that, be here on Thursday. Dr. JJ is going to do a fantastic training. He does these great trainings every Thursday on something that we have, and we use them. We put them up on the internet, so you guys can just send somebody to that. You can get everything that you need from that for somebody to watch that if they have a specific need, right? So thank you for being here. We went a little over time, but we are appreciative of your time, and we're humbled and we're thankful. And do what Danny says. Get out there and talk and talk and tell and tell and tell the story. You know what? I still do. Dominic saw that. Danny still does. Everybody, So be that person. And we will see you again on another broadcast. And God bless you and peace and love. We'll see you guys again. 2 days, very structured. Tuesday business, Thursday training, Tuesday business, Thursday training. Bring a ton of people on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but bring them here. Let them see what's going on. Imagine you brought 2 people, then they brought 2. Now there's, imagine what would happen if everybody did that. This thing would jam up to 1,000 people in less than a couple weeks, few weeks. So be blessed and have a good evening later.